Well, I'm gonna start this one off by saying that if you're listening to this, what I want you to do is go get you a fifth of Kentucky Deluxe and put it in your car's windshield in a hot parking lot for about 7 hours, and then take a couple
I would
shots of
recommend
that,
Tulsa.
and that'll set the mode for this episode. Cause dear
Okay,
God, we're
so it's
getting
going to
into
be
some awful shit.
painful and depressing.
Oh
Gotcha.
yeah, no,
But also, there's whiskey, I guess, so
uh,
not so
you're
painful and awful.
you're gonna fucking need the whiskey if we're getting through this. But today
Okay.
we're talking about Mr. Cruel, who was
I'm not familiar.
he was a serial child rapist in Australia in the late
Oh,
80s, early 90s.
ouch.
And
You're starting me off like that?
oh yeah, he it's a cold case. He was never caught. Uh it's
See, immediately I'm mad.
oh yeah, no, like I said, hot whiskey. It's that type of
That's the Hot Whiskey sort of podcast.
oh yeah.
Welcome to the Hot Whiskey Podcast. We may need to change our name, man.
Fuck it, I'm down. Just super depressing.
We're going to tell you stories that just make you want to drink hot whiskey.
All right. So, Mr. Cruel's first known crime was committed on August 22nd, 1987, in Lower Plenty, which is a suburb in Australia. At roughly
Okay.
4 a.m., a man broke into a family's home through a lounge room window. He was wearing a navy blue open face balaclava, yellow dishwashing gloves, and a waterproof blue jacket underneath a brown tweed coat. He also had
So
some
this is
sort.
premeditated for sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna get into that later.
Yeah.
It is definitely
No, I'm just
premeditated.
noticing immediately it's premeditated.
He also had some sort of material covering his eyes and brow. He was described as somewhere between 5'11" and 6 foot tall, unshaven, and his hair was starting to gray. He,
Okay. So between 5'11" and 6 foot tall, that sounds very specific.
oh yeah,
There's only 1 inch in between those two numbers. You know what I mean? So somebody knows exactly how tall he is, right? But
well,
this whole thing seems not only premeditated, but like targeted.
oh
You don't. I
boy,
don't
is
think
it.
you go through all that prep. I don't think you go through all that preparation to just break in somebody's window for something like that. You know what I mean? Like that's planned. Anyway, go ahead.
As we
There's
will
just one thing
find
I
out
noticed
later,
immediately.
he definitely prepared. We will find that out later. But
He's got a shed somewhere, I bet.
he was well prepared, as he had a handgun, an almost 8-inch knife, at least 4 sets of handcuffs, red and white nylon cord, a small gray drawstring bag, 3 rolls of colored electrical tape, and a roll of surgical tape.
So do I just drop the mic and leave now because I solved this case? I'm kidding. Nobody solved this case, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, the sad reality of this one is he got away with it. He went directly into the parents' bedroom, making them get on their stomachs before handcuffing their wrists and ankles to immobilize them, before telling them, quote, be quiet and don't move or I'll hurt someone. Uh, thing about this story, again, is a lot of the quotes just make you
It's
feel
very
real
BTK.
uncomfortable. Yeah.
Like it's a very BTK approach to doing that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Or like
it's,
a Richard Ramirez kind of thing.
he, he didn't talk often, at least not from what I could tell, but when he did, it was always some unsettling shit. So, you know, we got that going for us.
Neckbeard.
Uh,
Dude's a neckbeard.
he then got both children, a 7-year-old son and an 11-year-old daughter, and led them to their parents' bedroom. There
I
he
think I need to go get a hot whiskey.
oh yeah. There he replaced the handcuffs he had used on the parents with some of the nylon cord before tying the 7-year-old son to the bed and tying the daughter's hands. It's just getting worse, by the way. I have this whole
Yeah,
fucking.
no, I'm just wondering, whoo, how worse is this gonna get?
He then proceeded to gag everybody with electrical tape before blindfolding the children with surgical tape. He then said he was going to rob the family, saying, quote, all I want is money, food, and clothes, as well as demanding cash, a first aid kit, clothes, a shower, food, and a shave. So,
Which tells me he's probably homeless.
that's what I'm getting from it, yeah.
Immediately, yeah, I lean toward him not having a place to do that, so
If you're
he's
in the
going to
middle of,
invade somebody else's space to do that.
breaking into a house and tying everybody up to get a shower and a shave, like,
That doesn't seem Mm, this is gonna get worse. I can tell.
Uh, he then demanded to know the father's clothes size, noting that they were the same size as each other. He was described as sounding deep, gruff, and uneducated, as well as nervous.
Could you imagine that though in Australia?
Oh, yeah.
He's like a boggin or whatever. He's like, oh, you know what I mean? Just like,
Oh, he's just,
just not a person you want to be around. I'm sure.
no, just the worst person. It's like, oh, it's. I'm starting off the tip of the iceberg with a nice. Chronologically, it's the first crime, but also
Yeah.
it's probably the easiest one to read, so just keep that in
Well,
mind
yeah.
as we go
Also,
through.
way to come out the gate, man. Just swinging for the fences. I love it.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
I did not expect to hear this story today.
After he forced both parents into the closet, making them sit on the floor before covering them with a blanket, it was then reported that he used the bedroom phone to make a call to someone that he called Bozo, threatening their children. Which Bozo
Do you think
is.
Bozo was a person, or do you think Bozo was just him calling somebody Bozo?
Well, see, that's the thing.
Remember
It
that
is.
time on Always Sunny when Mac was always like, "Hey, Bozo,
Oh,
that's my
yeah.
new word, Bozo." Do you think it was that, or do you think it was like he knew a guy named Bozo?
Well,
I
see, the
bet in
fun part.
Australia he knew a guy named Bozo.
It is not known whether or not the call went through, so he could have just been doing that as like a fucking mental gymnastics mindfuck type of thing.
Okay, got some psych ops. I see what you're doing here.
He then
Yeah,
blocked the
man,
closet door.
that's kind of terrifying.
Oh yeah, no, it's hell on earth is what I would describe this story as. He then blocked the closet door with a shoe rack, ensuring that the parents would not be able to get out.
All
He,
right, already bound and in the closet, right?
yep,
Covered with a blanket. Is that
bound
where
in
we're
the
at?
closet, covered with a
Okay.
blanket. Now they got a shoe rack in front of the door.
Man, you're not gonna do this to me this morning, are you?
Oh well, uh, he then went and got a radio,
And this, yeah, this is why we get along.
turning the volume up high before taking the 11-year-old girl into a different room and sexually assaulting her.
Oh God,
Yeah, here's where it gets bad. He asked her
that's
what
where the
her
hot
name
whiskey
was.
comes in. Like I don't even.
He asked her what her
Okay.
name was and how old she was before mistakenly calling her Kate, which that's a whole fucking series of issues right there. That's
Yeah.
uh
Yeah. No. So there's impressions there from some other crime,
oh
some
yeah.
other something. You know what I
He's got
mean?
something
This
locked
isn't the
away in the
first time
mind
this
vault
guy's
up
done
there.
this. Yeah. This is not the first time this guy's done this.
He then forced her to bathe and brush her teeth before leading her to the kitchen, where he ate a meal of cold lamb, biscuits, milk, and orange juice. Which that sounds like the meal of a child predator. I'm just gonna,
Oh, it sounds like the meal of an Australian person.
well, you know.
I mean, a shrimp on the barbie, maybe, but
He then took her to the lounge room where he assaulted her again, leaving her in the lounge chair. She described his hands as feeling soft. The man then went to check on the other captives. He then
I
returned.
want to drag this man behind my van. I'm
Oh,
just gonna say
yeah.
right now.
Again,
Yeah,
I will say, prepare
just
yourself.
immediately, like
This is the
it gets
easiest of the
worse.
crimes to hear, yeah.
Holy mackerel! All right, I'm in. I'm ready.
He led the girl to another room, binding her ankles together and making her sit in a chair. He told her, quote, I'm going out now, so count to 100 slowly, then you can free your parents. As he left, he picked up
That,
the broken
that's
glass
fucked up,
from
bro.
the window that he had entered through and ripped the phone from
Right.
the wall. He had stolen multiple things from the house, including some clothes, $250 cash, an 18-karat gold engagement ring with a diamond setting, a safety razor, a vinyl bag, and a rare box set of records from the London Philharmonic Orchestra Group.
I mean, fucking kudos on the records,
Yeah,
honestly.
right. It.
But where the hell is he gonna play him? He don't have a house.
After the man had left the house, it was 6 a.m., meaning this had all occurred in 2 hours' time.
Okay, again, very BTK.
Oh yeah.
Get in, get out. You know what I mean? Everything's calculated. Everything's pre-planned.
So I will say that is also it's not the shortest length of a paragraph for the crimes, but it's the second shortest. It gets worse
It's
from here.
okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna say after crime one, I'm feeling like
Which
Yeah, we're definitely
actually,
dealing with a monster here, an actual like monster.
oh yeah, no, he's
But
just a.
again, I'm picking up on. I think it's all premeditated. I feel like he is definitely in a low income bracket. If you're trying to just break into somebody's house and the first thing you want to do is take a shower, that means you probably don't have a shower. Um, the whole phone call to Bozo thing is interesting to me because, like you said, if it wasn't an actual phone call and it's just like psychological operations kind of stuff, that's scary as hell.
Oh yeah.
I
Um,
like to think he's just talking to his buddy Bozo.
I'm going to send you a police sketch from this crime.
I do not want to see this, but okay.
Uh,
I like how I
so.
agreed to this and now I'm reluctant.
Oh yeah, no, like I said, it's a hot whiskey type of day today. It's
It is, yeah. You went straight for the. Oh God,
oh yeah, that's not the
he
worst
looks like
one
a
either.
dick. Sorry, he looks like a dick,
Oh, he does. No, undoubtedly he
and
is
that
penis
spot right
shaped.
between his eyeballs is very hittable.
Oh yeah. Oh
Man,
yeah.
and see, this was going on during the '80s when we were having like the greatest time in America. Like Slayer came out, like fucking Kulaks, cocaine. It was a great era. I do
so
not advocate cocaine.
on Christmas Day of 1988, the Wills family returned to their home in Ringwood at 10 p.m. John and Julie Wills put their children to bed, four daughters, including a 10-year-old Sharon Wills. However, it wasn't until 4:50 a.m., just an hour before sunrise, that John had finally turned out the lights and went to sleep. Now,
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. I already know a crime's about to happen. That dude's standing outside right now waiting for that light to go off. I guarantee it.
uh, while it is not confirmed, many people, I believe the police including, with how much preparation he put into his crimes, believe that he was probably outside of this house for 7 hours before he broke in.
Do you think maybe like police affiliated?
Oh, well,
I mean, that's the question that pops to mind because like he knows the methods of how to do this, right?
we'll get into
Because if you
that.
look at like BTK was like a dog catcher, and that's how he knew the neighborhood. Anyway, go ahead.
uh,
I think that
I'm not gonna
I'm
say
trying to make a psychological profile here, and we'll see if I'm right at the end.
I'm not gonna say he was part of the police force, but there was evidence that got lost a lot in this case. So,
So, do you think he was either friends or like an Ed Kemper sort of situation where he's just buddies with him at the bar?
well, it's also the '80s, so the police kind of didn't know how to do shit in the '80s, so it could also
Well,
just be
remember
that.
when I said cocaine? It probably has a lot to do with it.
At around 5:20 a.m., Mr. Cruel made his move, gaining entry into the home through the back door. He then
Uh,
burst into John and Julie's room. This time, he was wearing dark blue
same.
overalls, gloves, and a different ski mask than before. In the last crime, it was noted that he wore an open faced balaclava, whereas now he was wearing a full ski mask with white and possibly red stitching around the mouth and eyes. Which I have a picture of that sketch,
Yeah, send that because that seems distinctive.
which
But I mean,
is
could you imagine waking up in the morning in Australia in the fucking '80s and there's like Jed standing at the end of your bed?
right.
Like, what
Like,
the hell do you want? You know what I mean? Like,
this picture haunts my fucking nightmares, by the way. Like, after
oh
doing like
God,
13 some hours of fucking research for this, that picture is just ingrained in my fucking head.
I can't believe Slipknot didn't take that mask, dude.
Well,
Like, that's the perfect mask for Slipknot, actually.
if they ever had a
He was ahead
kitty
of it.
diddler in
He
the
was ahead of his
band,
time.
that's the mask they gotta give
they,
him.
dude, there's 9 of them. You never know.
Yeah, right?
I'm kidding. I'm not hating on you, Slipknot. Just in case you're listening,
He had a
they're
bag
not.
and a flashlight, as well as being armed with a knife and a handgun. Julie then began to scream for her children to leave the house, to which the man told her to stop and put the gun to John's head, saying, quote, "You're not going to be a hero, are you?" Which, again,
All right,
unsettling.
but here's my first question. Yeah, I'm settling as well. Like, let's understand that at the end of this whole sentence I'm about to say, I'm settling. But do you think you would actually shoot him?
Well,
And I say that because he went and he terrorized an entire family, and he didn't kill anybody.
So, out of his
I don't think that's his
suspected
MO, you know what I'm
crimes,
saying?
I
I
think
think
it
he's more a
was
sexual assault sort of guy.
4 abductions
Which
that he
which
suspected of, and only
which
one of them ended in murder. So,
okay, we're getting to that. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Getting ahead of myself here.
He then forced the parents onto their stomachs before binding their hands and feet with copper electrical wire. He then demanded cash, taking $35 from John's wallet before going to cut the phone cord with pliers he had found in the house.
Okay. Same method he
Which,
did last time.
that one I find interesting, is he just used the pliers in the house when, like, the last crime, he had fucking every kind of tape imaginable on him. Like,
Yeah.
and
He
also
figured out that all you got to do is cut it with the pliers. Like, I ain't, why you bring all this extra stuff?
the copper wire instead of using the handcuffs he used in the last crime is also an interesting little.
Well, I don't know if you, I've never had copper wire tied around my wrists, but I've worked with copper wire and that shit would hurt. That'd
Oh
be
yeah.
way worse than
No,
a handcuff because
psychologically, it's definitely
a
worse.
handcuff either compresses or like it's a certain size. Copper wire is not the same way. It's malleable and moves.
Now, it is important to note that in this interaction, the Wills described him as well spoken without a discernible accent, which is
What?
completely different from the
Completely
last.
different than
Yeah.
you think it's more than one person?
Uh, from what I've read, I feel like it might be two people. I have no,
Yeah.
other than like
I'm
witness
starting to lean that way
testimony, I
myself
don't have
because
any
that
reason to
crime sounds
believe.
completely different than the first one.
But like from what I've read, it seems like the witness accounts are vastly different between some of these crimes.
Yeah.
Which that witness
But he's
testimony isn't
between
always reliable, but
how
still.
tall was the second suspect? That's my question. Because the
Uh,
first suspect was between 5'11" and 6 foot, which is pretty exact.
I don't think
Was he like
I
5'2"?
have a note on that for this one actually.
Well, you I mean probably don't. The police didn't, but that's my first question: is how tall was
Right.
the second suspect?
But Sharon Wills had woken up when her mother screamed, but was frozen with fear, which fucking understandable.
Yeah.
Like, she saw a man enter the room with a flashlight and pretended to be asleep. The man came over and rolled her over, shining the flashlight in her face and asking if she was awake. When she
No.
continued to feign sleep, he left the room, but only
No,
for a
I'm not
brief
awake.
period, as he returned shortly after and demanded she wake up.
I already told you I'm not awake.
No, I'm asleep. He then
You know what I mean?
grabbed.
Yeah, that's where I'm just like sticking my head in the sand like a turkey
Yeah,
or
it's
like an
just like
ostrich or whatever.
I took Ambien last night, man. I'm not waking up.
Allegedly. Right? Look, dude, I've had problems with this at work. Okay. Like, stop shining the light in my face. I'm not going to wake up.
He then grabbed a selection of clothes from Sharon's wardrobe before leading her out of the room. He grabbed one of John's coats from the hat rack and told Sharon to put it over her pajamas. He then took another shirt from the hamper and wrapped the clothes he had taken from Sharon's wardrobe with it. He was
Okay.
only
Now,
in the
Sharon's the
house.
parent, right?
Sharon is the, I believe, 10-year-old daughter.
Oh, God.
He was only in the house for 8 minutes, which that's some fucking speed. Like,
Traumatized somebody's life forever.
in just 8 minutes. Like,
Dude.
that's. Think that's one of the things about this case that fucks me over the most is like he puts
Yeah.
so much time into planning this, and then it takes like eight
And
minutes.
it's such a, it's such a demeaning kind of way that he does it,
He
where
just
he like pulls them aside and dresses them up.
he
It's
just
very, Buffalo Bob or whatever from
breaks
fucking
in, steals their
Silence
shit,
of the
eats their
Lambs. You know
food,
what I
and then
mean?
takes their kid.
It seems like, yeah, it seems like a crime he would do. You know what I mean?
Right, like it's just full degeneracy.
Yeah, but calculated degeneracy because everything's planned, everything's already thought about,
All right,
and so it's degeneracy, but it's planned, and I think that's what makes that more scary.
it's terrifying. Like again, when I was doing research for this, I made it to the like final crime of his and got like halfway through taking my notes on it and said, fuck this. I've been reading this awful shit for 13 hours now.
You're
I'm gonna
right.
go to the
It's like
investigative portion of it and come back. Like
Man, I thought we were doing like a grab bag of like, why did you do that? But I guess this is a really good why did you do that question.
Just why the
Um,
fuck did you do this? Like,
it's it's a really like why.
uh,
All right, so we're you said there were what 4 crimes? So we're on our
yes,
second.
we are in
I'm
our
definitely
second.
noticing patterns between the two, but they do seem different. So,
Right, there's enough
what
similarities.
other horrible hot whiskey thing do I need to listen to here?
Oh, we're still in we're still in the second crime.
Mm,
He carried Sharon to the back porch where she started to scream for help. He quickly put a
okay,
red ball in her mouth and made her promise not to scream again. He promised not to hurt her, promising her that she would be back as soon as he got his ransom. He blindfolded her and picked her up, carrying her for a few feet before putting her down and changing direction, likely as a way to obfuscate the direction he was taking her.
all right.
He led her to a car,
Obfuscate.
where he then put her in the passenger floorboard. The car sounded old but smelled clean, had bucket seats, a manual shifter, and a low glove box.
Sounds
Sharon.
very Australian in the
Oh,
80s.
yeah,
Yes.
that's like.
I just like I picture that's how all the cars are now. I'm sure that's not right, but
I don't know, I just imagine that's a normal car in Australia, yeah. Like,
yeah.
Sharon had been able to see past her blindfold, noting that the interior of the car was cream colored, before the man realized that she could
Please,
see.
please let her get away.
It was getting light by this time, so the man pulled over, taped the blindfold to Sharon's face, and put a blanket over her head.
Mm, not looking great for Sharon.
After traveling for some time, they stopped in a driveway. He carried Sharon into the house and put her down on a bed, replacing her blindfold with iPads that he had secured with tape. He then carried Sharon to the bathroom, forcing her to bathe and brush her teeth, which is a commonality between these,
Common, yeah, yeah. Like he wants the women that he assaults clean.
which
So
is just fucking
I don't know. I think that leads me back to thinking he's probably definitely lower income, possibly homeless,
right. Well, see, the thing
because
is they're
that's
in a
but
house
no, because
currently.
I well I think that but yeah I know but that's like his thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the house is new, so yeah, maybe not homeless.
He then carried Sharon back to the bedroom where he assaulted her for the first time.
Mm, I was trying to get away from that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just awful, awful shit.
Do we need to
Um,
go to Australia and catch this guy?
right, fuck. A
No,
great
we
punching
don't.
bag. Like,
Somebody out there listening needs to hear this and go get that guy.
she could hear the 7 a.m. news and two planes flying overhead. Even though she was
Okay.
blindfolded, she could tell this witness description really fucked me up. Even though she was blindfolded, she could tell he had a hairy chest and either a mustache or the start of a beard growth.
Okay.
After the man was finished, he brought Sharon a glass of milk and a stale Vegemite sandwich. Which, like, you can't even get her a fresh Vegemite sandwich, dude. What the fuck? Like,
Well, I don't think there is fresh Vegemite.
oh, that is fair. Uh,
You know what I mean? It's like Marmite. Like, just don't eat it.
uh, he then told her he was going out and left only after leashing her neck to the bed. While
What
the
the
man was
hell?
gone, Sharon lifted her blindfold, seeing a camera set up at the end of the bed on a wooden tripod.
Oh, come on, girl.
After the man came back.
Okay, so he filmed that shit too.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Uh,
Man, that's messed up.
oh, yeah.
All right, come on, Sharon. We're getting out of here.
After the man came back, he made Sharon bathe again before taking her to another room and assaulting her a second time.
Man,
Yeah, it's
why are we
just.
doing this story?
Well, you know.
Yeah, this is what we talk about, right?
Oh, yeah. It's just horrible people doing horrible things.
Mm-hmm.
He made Sharon bathe again afterwards before returning her to the bed and leashing her neck to it once more. She was left like that for a while, with the man coming in to check on her occasionally, carrying her to the bathroom as well as feeding her a sandwich and lemonade. He then took her to the bathroom again, making her shower once more, saying, quote, "You're gonna have to take a
He's
shower."
very particular about that.
Oh, yeah.
And do you think that's a DNA thing,
I
or I
think this
don't
one
think it
is.
is?
I think
I
this
don't
one
think
is
it is,
just because
and
of the
I think the
quote.
reason why is well, he made her take a shower before, and the reason
Right.
I say that is I think he wants the person that he's assaulting clean. He did that the first time. That's part of his process,
See, the only
is
reason.
making sure that the woman that he's doing that to is clean.
Oh, see, the
And so
thing
I think
is,
psychologically, like, that's going to pop up again, I bet.
he does it before every assault, but he also does it at the end after he's finished. So I think at least that last one
So
is
I
a
think the
DNA
second
thing.
one is, yeah, no, I would agree with that. But I'm telling you,
Especially
that first one ain't DNA. That first one is
that
a
first one's just
fixation.
like,
It's
yeah.
a compulsion. Yeah. And
Uh,
so I'm definitely noticing compulsions here because
uh,
we all have them.
he made her shower once more, saying, quote, "You're gonna have to take a shower. You're going to have to wash really good."
Mm,
Afterwards, he dressed her in the shirt he had taken from the
don't
hamper
like hearing that.
and taped a garbage bag over her body and a second around her head, making a hole so she could breathe. He then carried
It's
her
like
to
a
the car.
shitty crime movie,
Yeah, right? Like, it's just all the worst parts of, like, a fucking
but
Steven
like the
Seagal
most
movie.
awful crime movie I've ever heard. Yeah. Yeah. It's like the worst Steven Seagal movie, the one that went straight to DVD that's like NC-17 or some
Sold, like,
shit.
3 copies.
Right? Because nobody wants to watch that.
He then carried her to the car, but had issues getting it to start, telling Sharon, quote, "Stolen vehicles don't always start properly."
Well,
Which,
snitches get stitches, bro.
you're right, like, I feel like he could have just been like a fucking car and that would have been fine. But also, do you think it might have been his actual car and he's just saying that in case she sees the license plate?
Possibly. But I also feel like he's trying to make her feel more comfortable in a weird way.
I think it is
You know what I mean?
because,
Like where he's trying to start it and it's not starting. He's like, "Oh, stolen cars." You know what I mean?
yeah, like,
Like that's gonna make her more comfortable
he
with the
does
fucking
a
bag
lot of
over her
weird shit
face with
like
the
that.
hole cut in it. You know what I mean? Like what the hell?
Like, he does a lot
This
of
is like
weird
a
shit.
Quentin Tarantino movie. Like I don't
Like,
even know, man. All right,
he
so we're
drove
about
for a
halfway through, I
while,
guess.
eventually stopping and
No, we're
lifting
still on the
Sharon
second
out
one.
of the car.
We got this.
He then ran with her,
I'm gonna
stopping
make it.
occasionally to rest, before putting her down at Bayswater High School. He removed the garbage bags and blindfold and told Sharon how to get to a nearby store, warning her not to look at him as he left.
Oh, he let her go.
Yeah, he just dropped her off at a
Oh
high
fuck
school,
yeah!
told her
No
how to
shit.
get to a
Yes,
store, and
fucking
then
yes.
left.
Thank you. I want to send a postcard to Sharon now.
At midnight, a
Just
woman found
fuck.
Sharon standing on the corner of Orchard and Armstrong Roads. She told the woman, quote, "My name is Sharon Wills. I was taken from home early this morning. A man left me here and told me to go ring home." The woman took Sharon home and gave her a drink while she called the police. Now,
Okay.
it is important to note that it was reported that some of the Wills' neighbors had seen a prowler in the area before the abduction. The witness claimed
Probably.
that 6 weeks
Probably
prior,
5'11".
the witness's brothers were playing in a vacant land behind the Wills' house, where they interrupted a man filming the Wills' residence with a JVC camera. He,
He's taking that shit
oh
out.
yeah, he quickly left, packing his
Like with
things.
camera.
Oh yeah,
That's what I'm
six
telling you.
weeks
I
before
think
too.
he's either police affiliated, former police officer. There's something in that there because everything that he's doing is like textbook, like surveillance.
Yeah, he's
He's
staking
using
it out.
video. He's using the back door. He's using whatever spot he can find in that house that's an entry point. He staked that out and he knows exactly where that's at. He's probably been in that house before because that's what BTK used to do.
I
Like
know.
he would break into your house while you weren't there, get familiar with the lay of the land, and then come back.
With the first crime, I couldn't find anything to back it up, so I didn't put it in here. But it was reported at least once that he had actually the window he broke in through. He had pulled a piece of the glass out of the window, like I want to say a day prior, and like kind of wedged it in there so it'd be easier to get back out.
Yeah,
Which I
yeah. This
didn't
is
have any
all premeditated.
corroborating testimony or anything for that. I couldn't find it. But if that is true, that definitely bolsters the case of him just fucking
Well, here's a quick question.
super planning.
How hard would it be for like the cops to solve this crime? Because there's so much like meticulous planning and preparation, and he's trying to cover all his bases. But the more you plan something like that, the more you have flaws
especially if
compared to,
even
well,
something goes
compared
out of
to a
line.
completely chaotic crime. Somebody like Richard Ramirez that just shows up at your house. There's no plan. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The
Like,
more you
what's the difference
plan,
in solving those? It seems like it's harder to solve this one
oh
because of
yeah,
all the planning.
especially because the more you plan, the more you're like, I'm gonna say DNA, but like you know what I mean. Like
Yeah,
it's
you
easier to
know how to
piece
dispose
together
of
a psych
evidence.
analysis.
That's why I'm saying is he's probably like law enforcement related somehow because he knows how to get rid of evidence. Apparently, he knows about entry points. He knows about surveillance. I
Like
feel like we're dealing with
it's
somebody
just
on the force. It's like
terrifying.
the fucking, what is it, the Golden Gate Killer? That guy was a cop. Like,
Oh
that's how
yeah.
he knew where everybody lived.
He was described as 30 to 35, balding and with a pot belly. It was also reported that around 11:15 p.m. the night that Sharon was dropped off, a white Commodore vacationer with 3 blue stripes
Hold on,
along its
hold on.
side.
Describe him one more time. Back up and describe him one more time.
He was described as 30 to 35, balding and with a
Okay.
pot belly.
Doesn't sound like a 5'11" to 6 foot man.
Nah, I feel like that would be noted if he
Fucking
was
weird
that
looking.
tall.
Yeah, it'd be weird looking. All right, go ahead.
It was also reported that at around 11:15 p.m., the night that Sharon was dropped off at Bayswater High School, a white Commodore vacationer with 3 blue stripes along its side had its lights off and almost collided with another vehicle as it turned from Jersey Road to Mountain Highway in Bayswater. The white
Okay.
sedan stopped at a
I'm
red light.
googling Commodore vacation right quick.
The white
No, go ahead.
sedan
Go ahead.
stopped at a red light where the driver turned his head away and crept the car forward as the person he almost hit pulled up next to him.
Okay.
Now, this third crime is where that second police sketch I sent you came from. Uh, so I
All right. We'll
could
take
not
another look at
find
that.
a police sketch for the
Oh
second
wow,
crime, but
dude, look at the Commodore Vacationer and all of its beauty.
oh
It's like a square, small size station wagon.
yeah,
All right, got the context there. Let me look at this picture.
oh
Yeah, that's a scary mask.
yeah. There again, it just burned into my fucking
It
brain.
there's something. It's so simple, but there's something about it.
At 7:50 p.m. on July 3rd of 1990, Brian Linus and his wife Rosemary were picked up by their friends and taken to a farewell party being thrown for them as their family was moving back to the UK the following day. They left their 2 children at home, 13-year-old Nicola and 15-year-old Fiona. The girls
Mm,
ordered pizza and
don't
then
do
went to
that.
bed at 11 p.m., as they had on the few nights before. 20 minutes later, a man wearing
Why is
gloves.
every time he's targeting kids? Like every time.
Oh, it's, yeah, it's.
But you know what I mean? Like, and I don't want to say like, our first episode, whatever. Like, we probably shouldn't have covered a crime like this. I feel like this is important to talk about because like shit like this happens and you need to be aware of it.
Oh, yeah.
But like, it just messes my brain a little bit that everything's premeditated, everything's surveilled, and he's targeting children.
Oh, yeah. No,
Like that's like Epstein on crack. You know what I'm saying?
it's like Epstein if he wasn't rich. Like,
Yeah, yeah. He's like a Motel Epstein. I don't know.
just like Epstein if he ran a Motel 6 type of shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
20 minutes later, a man wearing gloves, a dark green ski mask with cream colored stitching around the mouth and eye broke into the house by forcing open a wind out window in the parents' bedroom.
Okay.
He made his way to Fiona's room where the 2 girls were sleeping, and he woke up Nicola by tapping her on the head with a serrated carving knife. Which, that's fucking terrifying.
Terrifying.
Uh, Speaking of terrifying, he said, quote, "See this? This is a really sharp
No, I
knife."
mean I grew up country as hell, and if you wake me up tapping on my head with a knife, yeah,
Oh, it's hands. I don't give a
there's
fuck
gonna be
if I die.
problems.
I'm not dying a
There's
bitch.
there's gonna be problems. You know what I mean? No, I mean the problem's with me because you got a big ass knife right next to my head,
Oh yeah.
so I'm pretty well screwed. But
It's fight or flight, and I'm
Wow.
laying down. There is no flight. Like,
Yeah, exactly. There's no flight. I just peed a little.
he said, quote, "See this? This is a really sharp knife." And then held up a gun in his right hand and said, quote, "This is a real gun. It shoots real bullets. I'll blow your heads off."
This is pre gun ban in Australia, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Port Arthur hadn't happened yet, so you could buy guns like that in Australia.
Uh,
And they say that these type of crimes don't happen anymore because they got rid of the guns. That's not true. They happen. It just takes a special kind of weirdo to do that.
oh, yeah. No,
It's not easy anymore. You know what I mean?
you can get anything you
And I'm
want if
not
you
saying
try
what
hard
this guy
enough.
was doing was easy. This guy obviously worked very hard at the most fucked up shit I think I've heard.
And it's
But
like, put this fucking energy into, like, I don't know, a call center job or something, dude. Like, goddamn.
fucking Excel, dude. Learn Excel.
Like,
You know what I mean? Like you clearly have enough focus that you could do something productive.
fuck it, be a PI. You're obviously good at staking shit out. Like, goddamn.
Yeah.
Do something not horrendous with your life. Fuck.
Fucking go to school and be a detective, man.
Uh, the girls reported that he was tall, had a slight beer belly.
Maybe he is a tall, weird looking Australian.
Spoke in a deep, gruff voice and sounded
Because
uneducated
that's the
and, quote,
second time we've
Australian.
heard that he's tall. We didn't hear a definitive height description on him the last time, but that's 2 out of 2,
Well,
or
see,
2 out of 3 rather.
they're describing this one as also the deep, gruff, and uneducated dude. So this might be
There's
suspect 1.
two people.
There's gotta be, right? Like,
100% there's 2 people.
I will say I found this funny. He spoke in a deep, gruff voice, sounded uneducated and Australian. So it's like even the people in Australia were like, "God damn, dude, fucking."
He's noticeably Australian.
It's like he grew up here.
Right. And you're like, oh shit.
So
All right, calm
bogan
down
ass
there.
shit. I don't.
Right?
He demanded they give him cash, leading them to their parents' bedroom.
They're like he sounded like the Chats. I don't know. He just fucking
You
I'm
ever
on
heard of?
Smoko.
You ever heard of Crocodile Dundee? He sounded like that guy if he was dumb as shit.
Man, but gee, you can't say that because immediately I go to like, that's not a knife. This is a knife, and he's got that knife on that poor girl's head. So
Yeah, yeah.
this story's horrible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Don't worry. This is the worst of the crimes.
I
Don't
mean,
worry. It only gets better after
keep
this
it.
one.
Keep it coming. Yeah. All right. So you got to rip the Band-Aid off, right?
He demanded they give him cash, leading them to their parents' bedrooms, where he went through the father's wallet. Which, by the way, why the fuck didn't you take your wallet with you to the farewell party? Like,
Yeah. Good question.
inside were
Right. I
$4,000.
don't need it.
I don't need a
You
fucking
know, I'm
ID.
like, all right. I don't need it.
Inside were
You got points. I don't need it.
$4,000 in traveler's checks, which he did not take. Which, by the way,
$4,000.
in traveler's
Dude,
checks.
fucking take those.
Right.
Yeah, you can just sign your name on that. You're a
He
traveler.
stole the fucking Philharmonic Orchestra Group records, but not $4,000 in traveler's checks.
Okay, that's the only part of Mr. Cruel that I like.
It's like,
You know what I mean? That's the only part where I like he took the Philharmonic.
it was like a
They
rare
got some good
box
jams
set
in there.
too. Like,
Yeah, it is. They got some good jams in there. He was probably looking through the record shit and was like, I'm gonna take that one.
he then made Fiona lie face down on their parents' beds and hogtied her with galvanized wire before taking Nicola to the kitchen. Which I have been hogtied with galvanized
Yeah.
wire before. That does not feel good. I can tell you that from
No,
personal
I'm sure it
experience.
doesn't. I'm sure it doesn't. Yeah, it's very grippy,
Oh
very
yeah,
tight.
does not feel good on the ankles. But
Mm-mm.
Rosemary's purse was in the kitchen, and from it he took her driver's license, Medicare card, and credit card. You're not taking the $4,000 in checks, but you're taking the bitch's driver's license? Like, come on, man.
This tells me that he's struggling financially, and I know that it seems counterintuitive with the $4,000 worth of traveler's checks there, but every crime that he's done, he's taken petty shit.
Right.
He's taken a shower. He's taken somebody's wallet. He's like and the one that got me there was the Medicaid card. Why would he take somebody's Medicaid card?
Right.
Because he's about to scam the hell out of that thing. Is why.
Oh, more than likely, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like there's no reason to take somebody's Medicare card.
it's like you just grasping at straws and hoping it works at that point.
I don't think so. I think he's thought too much about this. I think he's looking for specific things, and the Medicaid card meets his needs.
He also took the family's car keys off a hook in the kitchen and cut the phone line, which again they keep. So the first crime, after he did
Was it
everything,
pliers or was he
uh,
back with the tape again?
I doesn't say. I'm assuming with the
Okay.
serrated carving knife he had.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think he's in control of the situation.
That's another interesting thing
No,
is
I just asked that question because it's like, is it the same person?
this is the same as the first crime, which I'm assuming he
But not
definitely
as
learned
not the
from.
same as the second one.
At least
Let me
not
hear about the
witness
fourth crime.
testimony. Because in the first
Well,
crime,
let's
after
get
he
to the
did
third one first.
everything, he ripped the phone off the wall. And now he's
Yeah,
cutting the phone line, which I'm assuming after he ripped the phone off the wall, he was like, man, that was hard as shit. Like, why am I doing this much? Like,
yeah, exactly. I'm just pulling on it for a minute and it's not coming out. I should bring some like wire snips or something.
that's some bullshit. Like, and
Like I can go to Harbor Freight and fix that for $1.99. You know what I mean?
having just ripped a rotary phone off the wall, I can tell you it is a pain in the ass.
You're just like pulling on it. Fuck you.
I
Sorry.
just put on gloves and smacked the fuck out of it until the screws bent enough.
It just fell off, and you're like, mission accomplished.
He took Nicola back to her bedroom and made her gather some of her clothes, including her school
Mm,
uniform.
no. Oh God.
He asked the girls what their father did for work, and then told them he would be asking for $25,000 ransom the next morning. Which, by the way, he told.
Also indicates a low financial standing to me.
Well, that's the thing. He told Sharon, which was the girl in the last crime, that she would be returned after he got his ransom, but then never asked for a
Right.
ransom.
He never specified an amount. So he's escalating now. He needs money.
Well, I think he's
Again, why do
just
you think
saying the
he's breaking into
ransom.
people's house?
I think he's just using the ransom as like a calming tactic. Like, hey, I'm just taking you. Once I get my money, you're fine. But
Right,
then he
right.
never asks for the ransom.
That's messed up on its own level.
It's like some oh fuck, what's her name?
It's like dating on Tinder.
uh, he then took Nicola to the family car, pulling her beanie down over her eyes and making her get in the floorboard. At this
We've
point,
seen this before.
it was 11:47 p.m. The man then pulled out of the driveway and drove west along Mont Albert Road before pulling over, putting tape over Nicola's eyes and making her wear a balaclava, saying, quote, if you try to see, it'll be very dangerous for you. Which, by the way, while I was researching this, I found like a little map thing where it like showed the abduction sites and the drop off sites and all that. And it is, at least to me, having like no fucking experience plotting out, you know, anything,
Right.
it seemed pretty sporadic. Like, it didn't look like you could really triangulate a safe zone, but I'm also, not a fucking forensic investigator or anything like that, so.
Yeah, but again, that leads me to believe he knows about the shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And keep in mind, this is the 80s. This isn't today where we're all aware of this shit. That guy knew that stuff back then.
Right, so he's like, he's either
Dangerous.
deep into some weird fucking niche shit or he
Yeah. Because
was in the
like in the
police force,
80s, what
at
you had
least.
like the anarchist cookbook, maybe you had like there wasn't a lot of shit to work with as far as being a crazy person.
Right,
I mean, you
like,
had all the old novels that they always find on the shelves, but
you got your, like,
you
pulp
didn't have
novels,
like,
so that's about it. Like,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? You didn't have access to all the information.
after about 45 minutes, the man pulled into a driveway on the right side of the house, or of a house. He led Nicola inside, seeming unconcerned about being seen by neighbors. He led her into a bedroom and replaced the tape covering her eyes with cotton pads secured to her head with tape, which that's also what happened with Sharon in the last
Yep.
crime.
Yep.
So
Uh huh.
he then led
Yeah.
Nicola to the
What like
bathroom, making
I
her
think he's
bathe and brush her
securing
teeth
it is what he's
thoroughly.
doing. You know what I'm saying? He's taking it off and he's making it more secure.
Yeah, I, he's making it more secure, but
Which,
at the same time, I feel like you can
but
probably
everything
have
in this
something more
story that
secure.
you've told me so far is about control. Like the entire thing's about control.
Oh yeah,
Like he wants to break in and he wants to control your entire family.
No, this is definitely like a power fantasy type of crime.
Yes.
But he then led Nicola to the bathroom, making her bathe and brush her teeth thoroughly, which that's not a surprise at this point.
Nope.
He then took her back to the bedroom, leashed her neck to the bed, and then fell asleep next to her, which is that's new, but also
Yeah.
terrifying.
And sometimes you get tired being a fucking horrible person.
Yeah, sometimes, being a child predator is exhausting. Like
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to be put to sleep. I'm sorry.
Nicola noted that he had fine hairs on his chest, had solid arms, didn't smell of alcohol or cigarettes, and had rough hands. Which is interesting, because, again, in the last crime, Sharon described the perpetrator as having smooth hands.
That is interesting. Yeah. That's
Uh,
two people.
it's gotta be, right? Like,
It's got to be two people.
she was awake all night and heard no sound
Like,
until
how does
early
that not
morning.
make sense? Like,
Oh,
you're
see,
describing like
like,
Abbott and
witness
Costello,
testimony,
Laurel and Hardy. You know what I
you're
mean?
right.
Like two different people.
Like, witness testimony is unreliable, sure, but when the differences are this stark and also corroborated by multiple people, it leads you to believe, like, there's two people.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely starting to lean towards your theory that that is correct.
She was awake all night and heard no sound until early morning when she heard 9 jet planes fly overhead. So they've got to be close to an airport. Like
Yeah. Right.
at
And where
10
is this
a.m.
at? Sydney or Melbourne or?
I gotta recheck. I meant to do that before we started, but
Oh no, no, you're all good. I'm just curious because like the metro area is a little bit different.
I
I
believe
don't know that much.
Victoria.
I've never been to Australia, but Victoria. Okay.
No, no, Melbourne. It's Melbourne.
Oh,
Of course,
it's
it's fucking
Melbourne.
Melbourne. At 10 a.m., the man woke up, turned on a radio,
Of
and went
course,
about
it's
his
fucking
day,
Melbourne.
carrying Nicola between the room, bathroom, living room, and kitchen. He made her wear her school uniform, telling Nicola that he
Uh,
had a schoolgirl fantasy.
I,
It's just so bad. It's just awful.
it's so bad.
He also told Nicola, quote, "When you get back, the police will ask you a lot of questions. As well as, quote, when you get back, you will be taken to a hospital and they will test you. A doctor is going to examine you and look for any evidence I leave behind, and I don't want them to find any." Which
This is 1986.
yeah, no,
He
yeah,
knows this already. He knows
it's,
this already. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's actually 1990, but still, even then, like, ah, God, it's just awful. Like the amount of times I had to take a break while
oh,
leaving or
it's
while reading
icky.
this.
Yeah, it's very very icky.
Like it's
But I'm
just
telling you, that guy knows some shit because he's ahead of DNA already. Like,
like this is before
this
the
is
OJ case
premeditated. This
even.
is calculated. This is next level. Like, shit.
It's just awful.
Yeah,
So awful. This is one of those ones where I was just like laughing uncomfortably for a good majority of the time I was researching.
yeah. You're just like,
It's like, oh, that's okay. Like, oh,
that
that's
hurts my soul.
it's like, oh, I missed when I didn't know any of this existed.
Yeah, right.
He told her he was
That's not
going
what we're
to.
about, though.
Yeah, no, sadly, this
We
is.
definitely are not about being ignorant.
Uh, Sadly, sometimes I wish I
Yep.
was. But
Yep. Sometimes you stare into the void, and the void stares back at you.
sometimes the void has an Australian accent. It's.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a bugging.
He
Right,
told
mate.
her that he was going to dress her in her tennis skirt the next day. The man seemed to have a plan, as he stated, quote, "You will be home by late Thursday evening, early Friday morning." Which, yeah.
Seems, yeah.
The next morning, he made her take another bath before dressing her in her tennis skirt. At roughly 2 p.m., he leashed her to the bed again and then bound her legs in wire before leaving. When he got back, he told Nicola that he had been out with a friend looking for a suitable place to drop her off, which again points to two people, assuming
Yeah.
he's not lying out his ass.
No, no, absolutely.
Uh, to be fair, he then acted as if the friend was there with him and made a show of talking to him, but Nicola did not hear anybody respond. So he might just be fucking crazy. Also, that
No,
could
friend is probably there.
just nodding along or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Well, he's
Well,
not going to mess that crime up, right? Because
well,
it seems like
yeah.
they're in tandem, but they're doing separate crimes,
Well,
and
also,
so it seems like to me they're probably comparing notes. You know what I mean?
the dude
And
who's
so that guy's
talking
going
to
to
her,
show up, and he's not going to say anything because he just wants to see how this is going.
right?
And as
Well,
fucked up as that is, I think that's what's happening here.
the dude who's talking to her is also the one who's described as sounding uneducated and shit. And so that would mean the other dude would be the one who sounds well spoken.
The
So he
intelligent
probably
one.
knows,
Yeah,
like, hey, I'm not fucking talking retard. Like,
yeah. Just shut your mouth,
yeah. He had a
man. That's messed
copy
up.
of the Herald Sun with him, which I did read a lot of Herald Sun like news reports when doing this research. So that was a fun little shout out I got to hear in the middle of this awful story. Uh,
Okay.
and seemed to
Well, good.
enjoy.
Glad something good came out of this horrible
Yeah, it's like,
story.
oh, the Herald Sun, I know that. Oh.
Hmm.
And seemed to enjoy reading the headlines and stories about his crimes, as well as claiming he had watched the Linus family's press conference, asking Nicola, quote, think you're worth $25,000? Which, Jesus.
Dude, he keeps piling on. Yeah.
Yeah. He then made Nicola
I hate this
stand.
human being.
Oh,
I
you
hate
know,
this human being
he's
so
fucking
much.
awful. He's
He's vile. He's
terrible.
irredeemable.
He then made Nicola stand on a sheet in the bathroom and bathe before replacing her eye patches with tape. He then led her to his car, wrapping her in a sheet and putting her in the passenger floorboard. He again had issues starting his car and told Nicola that a friend had stolen it, which, if you remember the last crime, the
Once
educated
again,
dude was like, oh, stolen cars don't always start.
yes.
So either they've got a solid alibi going on the car, or they did steal it.
They probably stole it and are both driving it around.
After arriving at his destination, the
Like it
man.
felt like that like Grand Theft Auto rules. Yeah, you already stole it. You're
Right.
driving it around.
But then there's also, like, the station wagon that had its lights off and almost hit a fucking car like 15 minutes
Well, if
before
you
he
look at
dropped.
the vacationer, it's a station wagon.
Yeah, like,
It's a small station wagon, but it's definitely a station wagon.
after arriving at his destination, the man took the sheet off of Nicola and walked with her for about 5 minutes before removing her eye tape and giving her a change of clothes. He started to walk away before abruptly turning around and saying that the spot was no good and replacing her eye patches, which makes me wonder if someone had, like, stumbled across it on accident.
Probably.
He then
Yeah,
walked
that's
her
what that sounds like.
another 3 minutes, leaving her in front of an electrical substation and telling her to count for a while before she could open her eyes and call the police.
The
Fifth.
only redeeming quality I can find in this entire story is that he lets them go at least.
Well, don't get your hope up.
And the fact that that is like the silver lining of this story is horrible.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's terrible. 50 hours after he took her, she was finally able to call her father.
Dude.
That's the longest one so far.
Yeah, it's over 2 days. Like
Because I believe Sharon was only gone for, I want to say, 11 hours. So, like, he's escalating. Like,
he he's escalating. That's what I was gonna say as well. Yeah, he's escalating now.
now, on April 13th of 1991, Carmine Chan and
Oh,
her two sisters, Carly and Karen,
why? Why?
were home alone while their parents were at work. At around
Mm-hmm.
8:40 p.m., Carmine and Carly went into the kitchen to get something to eat when they saw a man in a green ski mask and gloves standing in their kitchen. He was armed with a large
Okay.
carving knife, which he used to threaten them into a bedroom in the house. Which also makes me wonder, do you think he's just taking the carving knife from the, like, fucking knife drawer, or do you think he's bringing it with
Yeah,
him?
probably. No, he breaks in. Like he's freestyling.
Right, like he's just
He's
hoping
he's
they have the knife.
premeditated. No, he knows they have a knife.
Actually,
I guarantee
probably.
it.
Yeah.
I will be willing to bet you that man has been in that house before,
Upon
and he's gone.
entering,
He's gone. He's gone through the drawers. He's gone through the closets. He knows where your shit's at. And
well,
when he comes back, he's coming back on purpose because that's his whole mo.
right. Like, especially with that one report of him being outside the Wills's house 6 weeks before the actual
Yeah,
abduction. It's like he's
that's what I'm saying.
definitely
There's a stakeout involved there. That's not accidental.
he's definitely staking out their routines, which means he's probably found a time when none of them are home and gone in to look at shit. Like,
This guy's worse than BTK somehow.
right? I think it's because it's children. I think
Yeah, no, I think that's the main thing where I'm just like, I want to go find this man now.
upon
Yeah,
entering
that's
the
messed up,
bedroom,
bro.
he found Karen hiding
All
in a
right, go ahead.
corner. He then bound and gagged Carly and Karen, forcing them into a closet before moving the bed in front of the closet door. He then left with Carmine, taking her out the back door at 9:30. At 9:45, Carly and Karen managed to free themselves from the closet and called their father to tell him what had happened. She would be missing until April 9th of 1992, so almost a whole year, because the abduction happened on April 13th of 1991. But she would be found April 9th, 1992, when her body was found in a section of wasteland in the suburb of Thomastown by a man walking his dog. After stumbling across a human skull, he called the police, and after doing a DNA analysis, they would confirm the identity of the body. Forensic investigators would conclude that the cause of death was 3 gunshots to the back of the head, and they also discovered that the body had been there for approximately 12 months. Which makes me think she managed to see his face somehow, like during the abduction, or shortly after it. Because if she was abducted a year before she was found, and her body had been there for about 12 months, it makes it seem like, you know, it was not a short or not a long abduction, I mean. You still there?
No, I mean, was that the last crime?
That was the last crime, yes. Now, I
Sorry,
do,
and I didn't realize that I had myself muted. I'm sorry,
uh,
but no, it's interesting because there's like definite escalation there to the point where like he's committed murder at the end now, right? But
right.
that was his last crime, right?
Well, his last known crime, anyway. The last one
Yeah.
they could confidently.
Which I think that he was probably okay with doing all kinds of vile shit, but notice he never killed anybody until he did, and then you never see him again.
Which makes me think he,
Or
even
you
for
never
his
see those
sick,
you
twisted
never see
fucking
those two
ass,
roommates again.
it makes me believe that even with his, like, sick, twisted fucking mind, even he was like, murder's a little too far. Like,
Well, not only that, like I think he understands that he's going to get caught
yeah, especially if he keeps
if he
going.
keeps doing that, which I think is the difference between most serial killers and that guy. And I think that's probably why they didn't catch him.
Oh, more than likely. But at this point, the police had been searching for any information that would lead them to the identity of Mr. Cruel. They had been searching through multiple sexual assaults and abductions of prepubescent girls between 1987 and 1990, even before Carmine Chan's abduction. Victoria police had named this investigation Operation Challenge. They believed the man they were looking for was between 30 to 50 years old, between 5'6" and 5'9", which that's
That That's does not match the original reports. Yeah.
with a medium build and a slight potbelly. They had started to wind down their investigative efforts the day before Carmine's abduction, as there had been no new
Dude, I feel
evidence in
like
a
it's two
while.
people.
Right?
I feel like their composite drawing is a drawing of two people.
23 days after Carmine's abduction, the Victoria police redoubled their efforts and created the new Spectrum Task Force, which
Because, like,
absorbed
if
the.
I had to close my eyes right now, Garrett, and picture this, I'm thinking Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger
Oh,
Force.
yeah, no, that's actually
100%.
exactly the image that's been
That's
coming to my mind, yeah.
tall and just pot bellied. Yeah, and just
Balding,
greasy. Yeah,
yeah.
that's what
Like,
I'm picturing.
uh,
Ugh.
but the Victoria police redoubled their efforts and created the new Spectrum Task Force, which absorbed the work and evidence of Operation Challenge. The Spectrum Task Force would search over 30,000 homes and interview over 27,000 suspects during their investigations, and they would not
Damn.
find the perpetrator of these crimes. The head
That
of
is
the
insane,
Spectrum
dude.
is
27,000 people.
fucking insane.
And that's not, of course, 27,000 people at the same time. That's over the course of time. So they're
Yeah.
actively looking into this.
Searching over 30,000 homes, like, that's just fucking mind boggling.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Especially finding no evidence at all.
And then all these heinous crimes, nobody to pin anything on because you can't.
The head of the
Man, that's
Spectrum,
messed up. I can't imagine how that leaves a community. I
right?
mean,
Like,
even
it's
a
just
city as big as Melbourne, you know what I mean?
fear. Like,
Like, that's a huge city. But yeah, and it's a lingering fear
right. Especially, like,
because there's no resolution, you know what I mean?
if he was 30 to 50, assuming he hasn't died or whatever, he would be about, what, 70 to 90 today?
Did
Like,
you ever try to take the turkey knife away from your 70-year-old grandpa? Don't do it.
no, I'm not that fucking
You know,
dumb. I'm just going
no,
outside.
he was in World War II, bro. Don't try to take that away from him.
You're right. The head of the Spectrum Task Force stated that multiple pieces of evidence had been lost before they could do any forensic examination on them. Which that,
Oh, we're getting hot dog squad.
uh huh. Oh, yeah.
Uh huh.
This included both rope and tape from the crime scenes, either of which could have had Mr. Cruel's DNA on them. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Right.
With how meticulous he was, wearing dishwashing gloves and shit the entire time, I highly doubt there was any DNA on them. But,
If if there was, they wouldn't have been able to test it properly.
right.
Here's the only thing I hope, and I've heard this in other cases where maybe they have a shred of like a piece of something
Well,
that somebody's going to test here in 20 years
right.
and figure it out
Just like
and
some
get
weird
closure for those
fucking.
people that he hurt. You know what I mean? That's what I hope for.
During the investigation, the Victoria Police, with the help of the FBI, created a dossier on 7 suspects known as the Sierra Files. After the
What if it was
disbanding,
more than one person or
right?
more than two people, rather? Consider that for a second. What if it was seven?
Oh god, it's just
Yeah, right. You see what I'm saying? Like,
terrible.
oh shit, mind blown. Yeah.
After the disbanding of the Spectrum Task Force in 1994, Victoria police were told that if another child was abducted from their home, the 7 suspects in the Sierra Files should be arrested and interrogated immediately. Which, yeah, that's if that's your
Uh,
only lead,
I
that's the
mean,
best bet. Like,
it's a horrible lead, but they're probably right.
in
I just feel
2010,
like you should go ahead and just preemptively probably arrest those people.
right?
But I realize that there's due process and all.
You gotta have evidence and all that shit, sadly. Like, in 2010, Victoria Police issued a press release stating that they had started the Apollo Task Force in light of substantial new information. However, it would shut down in
Ooh.
2013 after learning that the new
Oh, that was quick.
information was not credible.
We're gonna do this for what you said, 2009 to 13.
10 to 13, so 3 years where
Yeah,
they
we're
were
gonna do this
just.
for 3 years. But you know what?
Part of
We
me,
don't have anything.
part of me also thinks that they probably knew it was not credible earlier, but they were just like hoping they found something credible
But
within it.
but then again, what happens is like a case like that becomes so old. There's no eyewitnesses anymore. They've
Right.
all passed away. It becomes like folklore. And how do you
Also,
solve folklore?
You're right. You just fucking. That's how we get like Bigfoot hunters or whatever the fuck on
You know what I'm
History
saying?
Channel.
It's like, or it becomes oral tradition at that point.
Also in 2013, the Herald Sun newspaper released an article stating that Keith Knight, convicted serial child rapist and a person of high interest in the Mr. Cruel case, had reportedly killed himself.
My money's on that guy.
Yeah, right? Like, I'm hoping it's that guy, because.
I am too. But see, that still doesn't give the family any closure.
No,
They're
it's just
forever
kind
going to
of an
be.
abrupt,
I would,
like,
I would, I was wishing for a much happier ending here,
nope,
but
sadly not.
I mean, we got what we got. Man,
Um,
that's a heavy tale, my friend.
in
Like that's
2016, the reward of
oh shit, we're
a
not done yet.
hundred thousand Australian dollars for any information that led to the identity and conviction of the murderer was raised to
How
$1
much is that?
million.
Oh, we can go
And
make $1 million on it. How much is that? Like $26?
yeah, something like that. Here, let's find out.
I'm kidding, dude. I know it's more than $26. There's a million Australian people. Like, if we had a fan base, that would be like, oh,
It's about $712,000 currently,
so yeah, about three quarters, less than three quarters, about 70% of what you would get in America.
roughly. Yeah,
Yeah, but they don't have to buy groceries in America, so it all works out.
yeah,
Anyway,
right.
I'm just
As
saying, man, we should go down there and reopen this investigation.
a separate $200,000 for any information on the perpetrator of the abductions remains as well. So,
I mean, don't think I won't go to an Australian gas station and start asking questions. You know what I mean?
yeah, right. Fuck. We know Keith Knight had any friends. Like,
Yeah, I know
let's
this
go
is a
start looking
Circle
at those
K, but what do
fuckers.
you know about Mr. Cruel? You know what I mean?
But that brings us to the end of the Mr. Cruel story for now. Um, sadly.
It was, man, that was a lot.
Oh yeah, it was
I was
horrible.
not prepared for that. I was not prepared for that.
Now,
Um,
like
but I feel like that's a good episode to hit the ground running with. You know what I mean?
like I said at the beginning of this is a hot whiskey type of story. This is
It no, I think that's about the best description you can give it. I
yeah.
do want to
uh,
drink hot whiskey now because my life just
Got a little bit worse after
it,
this story.
it's
Like,
sad. Yeah,
yeah,
it's sad.
I'm never be the same again. Nah.
Mm-mm.
Especially just all the
Look,
fucking reading I had to do for this shit. Like, I was
oh
just
God, I can't imagine.
neck
Yeah, the
deep in this
research.
shit.
Oh, just day after day, like not cool.
Now, there is a subreddit dedicated to Mr. Cruel and the finding of him or whatever the fuck,
Okay,
you know.
which I'm gonna
Um
subscribe to now because we need to find this motherfuckers plural. Because I still am convinced that it's two people.
Now, there was a post on the subreddit a while ago, like probably a long time ago, or probably a couple years at this point, um, of someone saying that they suspected they were raised by Mr. Cruel, which,
Okay.
no real evidence
Yeah.
or anything in there. But it is, if you can find that post, it interesting read at the very least.
Is it anything like this episode? Because if it is, I'm probably not going to read that.
I'm looking for the post right now, just because,
Oh, we'll be back again. We'll be back again with another messed up topic. I promise.
Oh yeah, no. I definitely got some in the barrel, but none are nearly as bad as this shit.
Yeah, that was, dude. I've listened to a lot of true crime podcasts, and that was rough.
Yeah,
Like that
no,
was,
this is
whew, that was heavy. Like, I really hated that person. Like I got invested in that. You know what I mean?
right. Like it's
Yeah, like
just
Jeffrey Dahmer ate people, but I don't hate him as much as I hate that guy.
yeah, right. Like horrible person, somehow not nearly as bad as this guy though.
Right, but I think the thing there is Jeffrey Dahmer got his conclusion, and this guy hasn't. So come on, internet, let's make his conclusion.
Oh yeah.
Fuck that guy.
This is definitely a case that I've been like keeping up with at least somewhat regularly, just because it's like,
No, and
God, I
I
want an
will
ending to
now
this.
because, yeah, something, anything. They'll find something eventually. But I don't know, man. Let's just keep looking and, keep being active.
Oh yeah, no, this is definitely one of those cases where it's like so fucked up that it almost seems like it's fiction. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's got elements of like a Quentin Tarantino movie with like the scariest shit ever. Also, there's the child aspect, which just infuriates me from the beginning. And so, yeah, it was definitely a ride and like not a movie I want to watch.
it's just awful. Like,
Absolutely. So, we're looking forward to bigger and better things. Yeah.
oh yeah, God, hopefully better things. Jesus.
Yeah, well, anything at least a little bit less heavy. Although I really enjoyed that. I did.
Oh,
That was
I'm just glad I can
yeah.
delete this fucking script from my docs now.
100%.
Cause
Yeah, no, I know what you went. I know what you went through to tell that story, and
every time I open up docs,
yeah,
it's just the first thing that fucking pops up, and it's
just
like, God, fuck
yeah,
this.
just delete that. We'll forget about that. We're both gonna
Jesus.
keep up with the subreddit because you know we will.
Oh
But
yeah.
he's like, oh yeah,
I'm gonna fuck all this shit.
yeah. He's like, I'm scarred, but not that scarred.
Oh, it is definitely would not like to fucking hear anything this bad again. I mean, at least
Mm-mm.
for a month or two.
I got you, fam. So on next week's episode, I don't know. We'll get there. It'll be a surprise.
It is
So I'm gonna tell the story on next week's episode.
oh yeah. So you have fun doing your reading on fucking Meshuggah or whatever the fuck.
Dude, why you hating on my sugar?
I'm not. I'm just saying
First of all,
anything would be better than
second of all,
this.
oh god, yeah. No, I'm gonna go watch like prof videos or something. Like I gotta get out of here.
I'll watch some
Like I'm gonna
fucking
watch
Two and a
fucking
Half
count.
Men.
I'm gonna watch. Yeah, I'm gonna watch Counting Crows. All right. It just makes me feel better.
Fuck,
But
I feel like I could watch Hereditary and feel like I would be less
I feel
scarred
like
than this
this
shit.
is better. This is better. You know what I mean? Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre seems better. But anyway, man, thank you for a whew, I'd say a compelling story. And
Oh, that's one way to put it.
yeah, I'm just gonna say, man, I'm signing off and let's do this again.
Oh yeah, definitely. Not this fucking story, but something like it.
Oh
Because
no. We can find similar stories.
oh, I've
You know you
already
just raised the
deleted my
bar though,
fucking
right?
notes on this because I am not
Yeah,
going
I'm
down
saying
this
you've
rabbit
already
hole
raised the
again.
bar. Like, okay, we can do that kind of stuff.
Oh, I've set the tone,
I might
you
have
know.
I might have a story for you.
uh, as long as it's not fucking Mr. Abhorrent or whatever the fuck. Like, by the way, the name Mr. Cruel, I feel like, is a little too nice. Like,
It is, but also it's very scary.
right? Like,
So I mean, imagine being called BTK or like Son of Sam. You know what I mean? That's not threatening as a serial killer. So you're looking at the news the entire time. You're like, they're not giving me my proper respect. You know what I mean?
I
Mr. Cruel. You look at the news and you're like, yeah, they nailed it.
feel like we need to start
You know what
giving
I mean?
serial killers and serial rapists like, oh, another crime has been
I don't know.
perpetrated by the Dong Gobbler. It's like, yeah, fuck. Okay, well,
Yeah, right. Yeah, just give them shitty names. Mr. I'm a pussy.
Mr. Roast Beef Lips has committed another crime here in downtown
Yeah,
New York.
exactly
It's like,
right.
fuck me. Well,
Dick Lips killed another person downtown.
it's like I feel like we gotta have better names for these people. Like,
Well, that's why I do like the last podcast way of approaching that is make as much fun of them as possible because they're fucking idiots.
Right. It's
Because the thing is, you only hear about these people because they murdered people, right?
right. Like that's the only claim to fame they have. The rest of the
The
time they're
only
just
claim to, like Pee Wee Gaskins, the only thing he had was talking shit about how many people he killed. Uh, you know how hard it is not to kill somebody? Much harder, probably. So, Pee Wee, I think you need to go to therapy. I think you need to calm your little ass down and let's talk about this.
I will say this is
But
one of the
I'm just
only
saying,
stories where I'm
I
like,
don't think Pee Wee's willing.
I think I'd rather run into Carl Panzeram than this fucker. Like,
Well, you're gonna run into Carl Panzram. He's gonna find you in a prison shower. Uh, you're not gonna run into Mr. Cruel. He's gonna show up in the middle of the night.
yeah,
That's the
exactly.
difference between
Like,
those two people.
he's gonna be watching you for 2 months before he fucking makes his move too.
Yeah, no, Carl Panzram will come and actively fuck you. Like, that ain't even a question. You better stay away from Carl.
Also, there was a lot of
But this,
like,
but this dude is even scarier because he just breaks in your house in the middle of the night while you're sleeping. I was late for work last night, dude. I could have been molested until 1 o'clock in the morning. And I wouldn't even have known it. You know what I'm saying? Like being burst in on my sleep is one of my greatest fears.
it's like jokes on you, bitch. I don't have a routine. Try and fucking figure out my schedule. I dare you.
Right.
Am I gonna be awake
All right,
until
man.
11 or am I gonna be awake until 5 in the morning? Who's to know?
Well, I feel like it's been a pleasant first voyage, and
I wouldn't call it pleasant, but it was definitely a first
yeah,
voyage of
it was what it was.